oh man, we're on another edition of the Virtual Hub. My name is Andre Vaughn, and I'm fired up about the conversation today. I have an MVP guest by the name of Ali Mehdaoui. What's up, my guy?
I was given the MVP today.
MVP, baby.
It's me and you today. It takes one to know one. I'm super excited to be on the Virtual Hub, and special place in my heart, as you already know.
Wow, man, I'm telling you, man, there's so many things going on with the Virtual Hub. You can catch us on Amazon, Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio. We're everywhere. But today, man, we're going to be talking about a little bit about Virtualverse, talk a little bit about social media, a little bit about how things are changing in that dynamic. People are now open for different platforms. Before it was just about the giants, right? Now folks are excited about what we're doing.
100%. I'm actually very passionate, if I may add, about what you just said, for a few reasons. I'm heavily passionate about what, we got going on in Virtualverse. But I also see a lot of us that work so hard that we abandon our passion when it comes to being a content creator. If you're not getting the results that you desire, the visibility that you desire, the treatment that you desire and deserve from conglomerate social media companies, you need to pay attention to this podcast and this episode, because I'm about to drop some nuggets. McDonald's going to be suing us today.
Oh, my God. But listen, wait a minute. Ho. Say, what you saying?
I'm just saying.
Oh, listen, but man, the content creation space, a lot of people take it for granted, right? It's so much work and consistency that goes into it. People start with nobody listening to them, right? Absolutely nobody, but folks start gravitating. Then they become in a relationship with that content creator, then that level of trust. But it's a process. And to do all of that, not to get paid on something, it's a small percentage of people that actually get paid. But it's a whole bunch of folks that are producing content, they're making things happen, and they're simply not at the table. They don't have any seat at the table.
100%. Look, I remember, I think my best check from, the big giants that are out there is like $38.
Oh, I heard that before.
30 days, 30 days. It was I tell people I made 3,800 and they're like, that's amazing. I'm like, pennies, pennies. just to validate it, but I would say, to your point, content creation is an art form, and either you already made it part of like the very minute, small percentages that kind of transitioned from Vine back in the day and kind of monopolized that space, and then came into the long form, and really now they're in movies, if you will. Or it forces the other side of things where you have to get creative to leverage these platforms and monetize externally, from a different platform. And, we built a very successful business model for ourselves, leveraging social media, does everybody have that it factor on running multiple channels, multiple networks, multiple companies, and do it the way we do it? I don't think anybody has many people don't have the resources and the capacity to do it. And which brings me right back to Virtualverse. For the very first time that there is a platform that legitimately provides a compensation, not only for the content creator, that is fair game. It's not there's no sense of it. Fair game. You either got it or you don't. You either go for it or you don't, right? But also for the viewer. How many people are fighting with their spouses because they're scrolling in the bathroom for 45 minutes in a row until their legs are numb, and you're not even going to pay for it?
Wow.
Right. So, I'll share with you my perspective on. I've been in the social media game since MySpace, bro.
Wow, MySpace. Good Lord, that's Flintstone. That's
MySpace.
Since Burger King was a prince.
Ali Mehdaoui was on MySpace. It wasn't just being on MySpace alone from a sense of just being in there, but I sold music in MySpace.
Wow.
I was the guy who, I had my CDs and I put it in your hand, and then once it touches just the skin of your hand, I'm like $5. I was that guy. I was that guy. So I had a MySpace profile.
I knew I met you.
I had a MySpace page where I use it for music, and looking back, I wish I've done certain things differently, which eventually I picked up. So I've seen the growth and the nuances of social media. I've seen the bait and switch. I've seen, I had a group with 400,000 people in one of the platforms, and I'll never forget because everybody experienced it. Where we woke up one day and there's a notification, and it's like they removed 80% of the people in there. They're like, oh, just because they weren't active for the last like 60 days or some crazy rule. I'm like, so where are they? Like I brought you that network. I built that community.
Wow.
And I don't know if people even understand, even the ones that say, I don't want to be in social media. When you sign up and you scroll all the way down without reading, you click I agree.
Yeah.
Do you realize you give not only ownership of any and all content that you put on those platforms? That's the very first thing. Like my children's pictures that I've ever posted can be sold to like some pedophilia website, and I have no right over it. That's one. Number two, when I click yes, any contact that I have on my list automatically gets uploaded to the database of the other platform.
Wow, man.
So whether you want it or not, Andre, you're in whatever other platform that anybody has signed up for. So the content has already been sold. So the question is, how do you get it back to where it's supposed to be? How do I leverage it? And this is where Virtual Reverse comes in, where you need a platform, but then B, you need a platform that believes in you as much as they want you to believe
and don't want to pimp you.
Absolutely. So the reason I'm, everybody's like, bro, like you never post to promote any company. Like I see you like sharing all the things about Virtual Verse all the time. I'm like, yeah. You want to know why?
Yeah.
You liked that post, right? Yeah, I did. You watched my videos, right? Yes. What if you can get compensated for it?
Wow.
Like that would be crazy. I'm like, and now you know why I'm sharing it. That's simply put. So, the game changed and we have to grow as well. And I guarantee you it's going to change even more.
Wow.
What I love about you as a visionary and not only from creating the platform and having the as I say many times, the positive audacity to say, I'm going to do something for the people, for everyone, is that you have the idea, you have the knowledge, but you also have the big time vision, and I appreciate that because that's how I operate. Not everybody can relate where you're having, lunch or dinner and you're like, man, we're about to build $1 billion in the next 2 years.
Oh yeah.
And they look at you like, funny. Like, no, for real.
Yeah.
So I'm attracted to that language. I'm attracted to individuals who operate that way. But there is also a huge amount of work that has to go behind it. And I see what you do. You do the 8 to faint. It's like the developers late nights and, the marketers early morning and everything else throughout the whole day.
Oh, yeah.
And it takes that grit and to be involved with the end user, to be involved with it does make an incredible difference. And I'm grateful that I have the opportunity to said it in private, webinars, and I'll say it in for the world. Imagine if we had the same chances to sit in the same rooms with the Bezos and the Zuckerbergs and the whatever the heroes or the sheroes that you're looking at right now. Remember those days that they're making movies about? Imagine if we were in those tables.
Wow. You're
witnessing history in the making. I am sitting on that table.
Wow.
A kid that was homeless for 3 years in a third world country.
Wow.
That said me no English. A kid that till today, people who knew me from back in the day, they'll say like, I'll end up on a call or discovery call and, somebody would introduce me, right? Like, oh yeah, no, let me introduce you to this guy, Edify, Ali Mehdaoui. And I hear and I love it every time. Ali the busboy?
Wow.
Yes.
But look at me now. Right?
Yes. Well, I'm still a busboy. I take pride in that. I'm just cleaning up a different kind of mess. Cleaning up the financial mess. So to be sitting in your presence and to know, I already see it. The movies and the shows and the magazines, of the revolutionary movement that got started. And I had the privilege to say I was there from the beginning. Wow. And I didn't just sit as a spectator. I participated and contributed in some way, fashion, shape, or form. And I genuinely believe in who you are as a person. It means the world. Based on how you treat other individuals is how I don't judge a man or a woman, but based on how you treat others, I take notes on that. I take notes that the first day we broke bread, we went to the restaurant and you saw somebody, a colleague that works with you, and you immediately didn't even say anything. You just told the waiter, hey, that table, bring me that check. Didn't even say anything at all. I paid attention when your staff are not referred to ever privately or in public as employees. They're referred to as partners.
Yep.
Do you understand how much I like? Oh, yes. Lost brother is here, man. Like everyone's like, so you go to Baltimore once a month? Yep. Drive and take the whole studio? Yep. That's crazy. That invoice must be great. That God is good. Yes. Yeah, he is good. Like irrelevant, but I will go the distance, whatever it takes, man, to see this platform to the multitudes.
Man, I'm fired up. When you think about social media, you think about all the things you complain about, but to have the opportunity to add value and add education at the same time, where subliminally we're doing positive instead of worrying about back end cartoons or commercials, not knowing how it's going to affect our mental, but let alone our children's mental. Yeah. So we do a whole separate platform for virtual kids that our kids can get excited about. And so, you say, man, this is grown folks talking. But we're saying it's grown folks talking, but we have the kids in social media with grown folks. Yeah. And so now we speed up their level of growth. They don't have a chance to be a kid because they're in grown folks' business and there's no filter. Yeah. And people are okay with it. Parents are okay with it because now they're using it as a bona fide babysitter. Yeah, so I don't have to deal with my kids for this segment. I don't have to check homework. You're over there, you're quiet, you're on social media. And not worrying about the detriment with bringing to our kids. Yeah. And so I'm fired up.
100%. And selfishly speaking, it's I'm grateful to God that our children are growing up in this environment and in this technology. We're recording this show on a Saturday, and while I'm pretty sure, look, I love to have fun with my kids on Saturdays, their day, but to see, Sebastian, first thing he's doing is he's drawing and watching, animal videos earlier. And, they're excited about building the studio together and all that. Like that right there, for me, at least, it makes me feel like I'm doing something right as a father in a very
he's fired
dirty
up.
World.
Fired up.
Oh, yeah. I'm grateful for the kid and for both of them, but Sebastian.
Wow. And I got you. I mean, where can you go with his 4-year-old daughter and Sebastian is 6 years old? 7 years old, and setting up the studio and knowing I set it up when working with your sister. Just the fact that they're working together. A lot of times, siblings now don't even want to work together. Yeah. Social media has done a lot to our kids, individualized recognition, all that stuff. It's been crazy, but just to have that and to build something special and know what's going to happen. I mean, absolutely. If everybody had the excitement of Sebastian, the excitement of Isabella, then we'd be $1 billion company today, right? Yeah. But it's only a matter of time. I tell folks, it's only a matter of time. Like when we put our mind to it, just like I said, Ali, I'm have more guests than you.
I'll be sending text messages like, man, I dropped the ball. Last week I was bragging to everybody. I got this.
Yeah. And so at the end of the day, it's once I set my mind, once you set your mind to it, and it doesn't take many. It doesn't take a lot of people to make something happen in anything you do. How you do anything is how you do everything. 100%. Yep. So,
Jesus changed the world with 12.
Yeah, we're fired up. And so, man, any thought before we take a commercial break?
Nah, just don't be driving and touching your phone. But as soon as you get a chance, get on virtualverse.com and open a free account if you have to, just to get a free appetizer to everything. And then give us an opportunity to show you why you need to be. It's not a matter of should or could or want to be, but you need to be in a platform that takes care of you and the next generation in your family. Because I think the true epidemic that we're dealing with right now is social media and the isolation that is created. We see ourselves in restaurants, but we're on our phones. We're not even talking.
Who you telling?
So
that's a whole nother conversation for the next break, man. We're going to go ahead and pay some bills. My name is Andre Vaughn on the Virtual Hub with Ali Mehdaoui.
What's something people don't know about the next-gen streaming platform? Imagine a world where streaming isn't just about broadcasting your content, but about creating an entire universe for your audience to explore. Virtuoverse is here to revolutionize content creation. Traditional streaming is outdated. With Virtuoverse, you can step into a new dimension of interaction and creativity. Host events, create content, and engage your audience in a whole new way. Virtuoverse brings next-level virtual experiences where you're not just a creator, you're an innovator. Create your own virtual stage with stunning visuals and real-time engagement. Stream, monetize, and grow, all in one powerful platform. Whether you're an artist, an entrepreneur, or a game changer, Virtuoverse is your stage. Imagine having the tools to not only share your passion, but also to turn it into a thriving business. With Virtuoverse, you can track your growth, engage with your audience in real time, and celebrate your milestones like never before. Ready to level up? Join the revolution in content creation and entertainment. Open a free account today and start your journey towards becoming a virtual pioneer. The future of streaming is here, and it's called Virtuoverse. Don't just stream, create, innovate, and captivate your audience like never before. Join Virtuoverse today and redefine what it means to be a content creator. Virtuoverse integrates seamlessly with your favorite social media platforms, making it easier than ever to share your content and grow your audience. Engage with your followers, receive instant feedback, and build a community around your passion. And here's the game changer. Virtuoverse pays you for watching, adding, and commenting on other people's content. Turn your engagement into earnings and make every interaction count. Virtuoverse is not just a platform, it's a thriving ecosystem where everyone benefits. Join Virtuoverse today and be part of the future of streaming. Create, share, and earn like never before. Virtuoverse, where your creativity meets endless possibilities. Sign up at Virtuoverse for free today.
Oh, we're back for another episode of the Virtual Hub. I have my MVP, Ali Mehdaoui. What's up, my friend?
Chilling,
we paid some bills. Now we're back at it. We're talking about social media, how folks be pimping all the folks. They be blocking them and social media jail, but don't put all the friends that you brought to the platform in jail. You know, it's just so crazy.
They think follow accounts. It's just the truth, right? And what ends up happening is this company, though we told them, like, look, don't use a growth hacking bot. A growth hacking bot is, I'm sure you've heard the term, you know, you're paying some company $100 or $500 or however, and then they use multiple softwares to create all these fake accounts.
Wow.
And what happened is, you know, you post something, all those 1,000 accounts at once share that one link.
Wow.
Or that one. So when you look at the numbers, like, wow, I just posted it and 1,000 people are liking it. And then immediately one follower, that fake account, likes it. And oh my God, in an hour, I got 10,000. And then they lose the page.
Wow.
And all of the content that they have. And I'm like, we hit them with, I told you so, right? And the reason companies get desperate or individuals get desperate to do growth hacking and spend money and do all those ridiculous things because they don't have a Virtuoverse.
Wow.
A company that says, all right, look, real. See that virtual seed thing? That's real money. You see that the numbers that you have? Those are real views. And it just makes it possible for somebody to truly run their business, sell their courses, promote their movies. And again, that is the future. Might I add, and I know we're going to get into this space, God willing, in the future, smart TVs is the future of social media.
Wow.
Facts.
Wow.
Like, just like when we switch we're going to start switching from one social media platform to another.
Unless we put it all in one place.
That's why I'm telling you, most people cannot see things, right? So, you have to have the trust in yourself to see that vision and believe that it is real. You have to have the courage to speak it out loud and the work ethic and the grit to go and make it happen, right? Like in that order. Yeah, man, social media is changing, and you will be the fax machine if you don't take advantage of Virtuoverse. You will be the VCR if you don't take advantage of Virtuoverse.
Blockbuster.
Yeah, real talk. Real talk. You know, this is the future, and it is right here and right now. And I'm excited that we get to collaborate with it.
Yeah, I'm even excited. We're embarking on kids' platform as well to really, set the precedence, because at a young age now, now 6 and 5-year-olds are getting on platforms that are made for adults.
Yeah.
And so now their growing curve, like I said earlier, is speeding up. And now we have these adults that need to be kids, and it's totally messing up with their mental health.
It scares me. I mean, I'm telling you, like, I remember when, no dig on TikTok, but when TikTok started at the very, very beginning, assuming it stays, but when it started in the very, very beginning, they had no control over algorithms. And then it was made for a very, very young generation. And then, me from a content creator and a business developer, I'm like, hey, we got to get into the TikTok thing, right? And then you're scrolling and rolling and posting, and then every other post, you're like, nah, she's got to be 13. Oh my God, please. Like, you click not interested, not interested. And then there's all these like weird challenges of like, dancing with whatever, nothing on, or what. And you're like, what?
Wow.
Where are your parents?
Yeah.
And are my kids exposed to this stuff? Like, my kids will play, their video games sometimes in the tablets and whatnot, and an ad might pop up, and it's like, join TikTok. And then I'm like, give me that, delete immediately.
Wow.
That's one thing I don't have to worry about with virtual kids.
Wow. No, I mean, it's crazy because just things where's the village at? Parents don't care. Nobody has all.
Yeah.
I mean, there might be shut down and not shut down, whatever, but not because of that. And it's crazy how folks are, when the day happened before where the platform shut down, people are depressed.
Yeah. And I know people who buy their cell phones, use cell phones for $10,000 to $50,000 because they deleted it, and then when it came back on, like an hour later, you could not gain it back. And download it. Which, man, don't get me started, because I'm a positive, optimistic human being, and I will not go down that rabbit hole. But all I'm going to tell you is the game has changed, and you need to upgrade yourself as a player.
Wow.
The world as we know it is, I caught myself, I'm not going to lie to you, I caught myself, scrolling in virtual verse, and I'm like, ooh, this videos, and then I'm like, oh, man, it's 28 minutes, and it was just episode 1, and then I look for episode 2.
Uh-huh.
Well, we used to do on the TV. I'm doing it in the sub. Like, I got to binge watch this, right?
Wow.
So be aware of your habits, but be aware also where you are. I'll never forget on the beta launch, you had 3 ladies, and I forgot, forgive me, ladies, but they were talking about, ending up in the wrong place. And what she said is, if you look for it, you will find it.
Wow.
So if you are scrolling and you got the wrong thing popping in your screen, you probably were clicking on the wrong stuff. So, but sometimes you can't even help it because of horrible algorithms. But yeah, going back to from a business operator, here's what I'm going to tell my fellow entrepreneurs, right? Solopreneur or established business. If you create content and you sell it on a platform spending $99 to $300 a month, Virtualverse makes it possible for you without spending all of that money on one thing. If you are a short film or series or a pay-per-view type of content creator, and you got to spend hundreds of dollars per month just to have the ability to have access, then you have to pay per each user for each minute that they're watching, which forces you to charge this ridiculous amount of money that most people can't afford. And then your stuff is not getting visibility anyways. If you are an individual that want to coach and train and build a true platform and a true community without having to spend, $100 on, school or all the other platforms, like, again, everything that I'm telling you, add $100 to $500, $100 to $500, $100 to $500 per month.
Wow.
For one thing at a time.
Wow.
Virtualverse made it all possible in one place for you. And you get paid for every single activity. I mean,
having a compensation plan where you say, man, it's 11 different ways, 12 on its way. And to be able to even work towards pay-per-view, a real pay-per-view.
Yeah.
See, in the real world, pay-per-view is, man, I am paying to view something.
Yeah.
Now we reverse it, that people are paying me to view my content, so you almost put people on the other side of the spectrum, right? And so they can be on the right side of the transaction instead of the left side. And so,
what you did there.
And then slowly but surely, people won't get it right away, but they haven't gotten any platform right away, right? But what they'll do is it takes one influencer, one person just to go viral, say it, and then everybody else follows. And we just have to be prepared, right, for that. And that's what we've been doing through our beta launch.
You didn't even catch it. You didn't even catch what he did. He said, we went to the virtual world and then we reversed it. That was amazing how you broke it down in a philosophical way. I'll tell you what, though, it's also allowing the communities that don't really get the visibility, not because of lack of talent, but just because of what they look like or who they are or their IP address.
Yeah.
Just call it for what it is, right? I know, and I'm nobody's victim. I'm an amazing human being, and I do anything I put my mind into. But I'm not oblivious to the fact that the way I look or what I look like has me working 3 times as hard as somebody that may be blind with blue eyes.
Well,
That's just the fact. Because I know the rules of the game, I can kick your butt any day, all day.
Wow,
right?
wow, knowing the rules.
So what I appreciated about Virtual Verse when I log in, I see people who look like me, who might not have had anybody who said, "Hey, I believe in you. I see you. You're gonna be a billionaire." You know, people in communities that we come from don't really have somebody that believes in them, or there's the stigma, if you will, and you're breaking that. Like, I mean, to the knees. You're like, I'm destroying this stigma so much so that you challenge people, and I love it, man. I'm that guy, by the way.
Yeah.
You know, I'll never forget it. 3 weeks ago, he's like, "I'm not taking no bums around me. Show me if you're an influencer. Let's go." I was like, man, he's talking to me. Yeah. I'm like doing the LeBron James, like in the house by myself, my kid and family. What's wrong with you? I'm like, you don't even know what he did.
I mean, it's about making a decision. I said this earlier, like I made a decision. I said Ali won't have more guests than me. I made a decision.
I might hear this till next Thursday, just so you know. I'll give you. I'll let you go with it. You know, it's a weekly, bi-weekly game,
and it's about exposure. All my folks say, "Man, that was amazing. That was amazing." But they would have never done it without the invitation.
Yeah, facts.
We're inviting you. Again, you can download Virtual Verse, VIRTUOBERSD on Apple Play and Google Play. Google Play in the Apple Store. You can go right now and do it, because at the end of the day, you can join completely for free. No strings attached. Yeah. And then as you get to know the platform, and not just the platform, the community and the culture. Like the community and culture is so cultivating. Like, you're helping people and we're helping them. Nobody's calling you from these big conglomerates and doing anything, but trying to manipulate you and show you how you can make them more money.
Yeah.
It's not, I never got a message that I'm going to teach you how to make more money. I'm going to train you how to make money on my platform.
And we train.
Yeah.
We train. Look, I'm gonna call it for what it is. I want you to open your bank statement at some point whenever you're listening or watching this. If you're driving, don't touch your phone. Stop it. But if you're not driving, please open your bank account. And I want you to look or just search Starbucks or Dunkin' Donut or Applebee's or any of those things that you spend money on in the last 30 days. And I guarantee you there's $1,000 minimum that you spent on those items. I mean, Look, let's call it for what it is. Wifey and I had a Starbucks each this morning. It was $14 for 2 cups of coffee. All right, I had a banana bread too.
Okay, I'm about to say something else was in there.
Okay, it was a banana bread. All right, I'll admit it. Okay. God is watching. All right, yes, it was me. But I would say, if you look at an average Starbucks coffee is like $6-7.
Wow.
Right, like just times 30, that's $210. That the average individual, and then let me go and get Burger King, and then let me go and get this, and then cigarettes, and then whatever you don't need in your life right now, you are investing in the wrong thing. So here's my advice to you. Stop it right here, right now. Ms. Yvonne talks about a decision. The Latin root word of decision is decidio, and it means remove all options. Wow. I will succeed by any means necessary. So please, right here, right now, make a decision. Make a decision. Yes, you can get started at no cost. Yes, you can still get the benefits of Virtual Verse. Yes, you're still going to get the support from the community. But I don't want to come to a high-end restaurant and lick the corner of the table to get the crumbs. I want the chef, and I want his book. Hey, open your recipe book and show me how to create the same exact restaurant you have right now. And I'm willing to invest on it. So don't tell me I don't have money. Tell me I don't want to spend it right now. Tell me I don't want to commit right now. Tell me I don't have it in me to go the distance right now. That's okay. I love you. I as well was there at some form, shape, or capacity. But when it's time, then do it right or don't do it at all. That's if you want to make that 6 or 7 figure this year. Virtual Verse will make it possible for you, even as an end user. Yes, even as an end user, but do it the right way.
Wow. And again, 11 different ways. I mean, you get paid from your videos, just posting videos. What I love about it, you can go live and charge people, but you can also just repurpose a video that you've already had, you've done, but it's awesome content. You can post it, you can get virtual seats, meaning we show each other love, man, that's a great video. Let me send you some money. All right, forget about those stars and all that. I can't put stars in my gas tank, right? I need some do, re, mi, fa, sa, la, ti, to. And so I need money, right? So we can do some of the great things in the world. And so it's different things. Independent artists, they can put, and you can either rent the movie or they can pay for the movie. It's just so many different things that people can do within the platform, and we're just getting started. I keep telling people, like, we're literally just getting started.
100%. And I'm excited about it. And look, if you're listening to me, you're probably like, Ali, man, you are like all sold out right now. You're such a suck up right now. Yes. You know what you're a suck up to? All the other platforms. The difference in here, I'm setting up my kids for the next generation. I'm creating the next billionaires. I'm creating the next innovators. I'm creating the next world changers. You can do the same exact thing. That's what I believe. Look, we're all, who said that? Not Kendrick, the other one. Don't say Drake. No.
Why he snap. He getting old, y'all.
You already know. No. There's three of them. There's Drake, there's Kendrick, and there is the young one. Drake. I'll come back to him. He said, we are all sold out on something. We are all a sellout. And he said, you're just a sellout on minimum wage. You're just a sellout on reporting and giving it up to somebody else. I'm a sellout on my passion. And that's why I'm going to go all out for my passion. My passion is this. Do you understand? And I love it. Like, I would do this like all day, every day, like take it all away from me. I'll still probably be talking. My wife tells me all the time, like, all you do is talk all day. Yes. All I do is talk because I'm passionate. I'm excited. I'm in love with humanity. And I feel like God has put something in my heart that I can do something great. It is not a coincidence to learn 6 international languages. It is not a coincidence to go from homeless to building companies all over the world. It is not a coincidence to go through every C-level position beside financial. It's not a coincidence. There's a reason I was placed and put in the right places. There's no coincidence why I'm sitting next to the next creator of the next multi-billion-dollar social media and streaming platform. It is not a coincidence. I came here for a reason. And and I know the phone call that I gave you, that when I was like, hey, man, look, I'll keep it a buck with you. I was introduced to you and I was told to look into certain areas and, take advantage and grow multiple sources. And I was like, I see something bigger and I'm not sure what it is, and we'll figure it out in a couple of months. But until then, I'm in your corner. Whatever you need, I got your back. And I'm grateful for our partnership. I'm grateful you open your house to us, once a month. I'm grateful that my children get to witness this relationship, that, my children who don't understand certain ugly sides of the world, they see two people who look the way that we look, who look good, feel good, and do good, right? Smell good. I'm just grateful. Say what you want to say. This is the best thing that's ever happened to me, selfishly speaking, and God willing for you as well.
Wow. Well, guys, we got to pay some bills. We'll be right back, back on another edition of the Virtual Hub.
What's something people don't know about the next-gen streaming platform? Imagine a world where streaming isn't just about broadcasting your content, but about creating an entire universe for your audience to explore. Virtuoverse is here to revolutionize content creation. Traditional streaming is outdated. With Virtuoverse, you can step into a new dimension of interaction and creativity. Host events, create content, and engage your audience in a whole new way. Virtuoverse brings next-level virtual experiences where you're not just a creator, you're an innovator. Create your own virtual stage with stunning visuals and real-time engagement. Stream, monetize, and grow, all in one powerful platform. Whether you're an artist, an entrepreneur, or a game changer, Virtuoverse is your stage. Imagine having the tools to not only share your passion, but also to turn it into a thriving business. With Virtuoverse, you can track your growth, engage with your audience in real time, and celebrate your milestones like never before. Ready to level up? Join the revolution in content creation and entertainment. Open a free account today and start your journey towards becoming a virtual pioneer. The future of streaming is here, and it's called Virtuoverse. Don't just stream, create, innovate, and captivate your audience like never before. Join Virtuoverse today and redefine what it means to be a content creator. Virtuoverse integrates seamlessly with your favorite social media platforms, making it easier than ever to share your content and grow your audience. Engage with your followers, receive instant feedback, and build a community around your passion. And here's the game changer. Virtuoverse pays you for watching, adding, and commenting on other people's content. Turn your engagement into earnings and make every interaction count. Virtuoverse is not just a platform, it's a thriving ecosystem where everyone benefits. Join Virtuoverse today and be part of the future of streaming. Create, share, and earn like never before. Virtuoverse, where your creativity meets endless possibilities. Sign up at Virtuoverse for free today.
We're back. Another edition of the Virtual Hub. I have Ali Mehdaoui. Man, we're here on Final Four weekend for the V League. We're covering the V League. Got a bunch of guys that are looking to be crowned champion, MVP, South and North champions. These guys are guys that already went to college and looking to go to the G League or the NBA. And we don't want them to go overseas. We want them to stay here with their families. And so,
I'll tell you, you know what I'm excited about, selfishly speaking? My sister is here, right? She's sitting right there. She's not on camera. She's single and ready to mingle. So if there's a, jungle on the screen or something, a little special shout out for sister. But all jokes aside, I'm fired up on, watching and being part of, documenting the whole experience. And again, like, check this out. This guy is already established in business and he's like, I'm going to do something again so that people have the opportunities to make it to the G League so they don't have to go overseas, so they can stay here with their families, man.
Yeah, no, it's going to be pretty dope. A lot of energy.
Where did that come from? Like,
it's funny. I was actually sponsoring a team itself. No league, just a team. I had a sports drink and I went to the game and I said, where's my logo? Where's it? Just give them a 5 large. I'm like, where's my stuff? Right. And I said, where's your partner? I want to get everybody here, He said, you're my partner. I said, I'm your partner. You know what I mean? So now I'm thinking.
Oh, you just ended up.
Getting a basketball team. Yeah. And then I said, man, I would like to own the league. And, and so we did that. Because everything has to line up with personal policies. And so, if I'm, doing something that's not done to line up with personal policies, I'll just do something different, and then move forward. And so we don't care about the money. You chase money, it's going to run away from you, right?
That's amazing. Yeah. Now, if I go there today and I just broadcast live from my phone, I will be compensated for that behavior, wouldn't I?
That behavior.
I'm just saying.
People who watch it will be compensated.
We'll be compensated with that behavior.
We paying you to waste your time. Yeah. I mean, if people waste so much time, hey.
From now on, when my wife bangs on the door of the bathroom, she's like, hey, you've been there for 45 minutes. What are you doing? I'm going to say, I'm paying the bills, babe. I'm paying the bills.
We got a whole merch line that we need to come up with a different man. Who do you follow? And all those social media isms as we see it. We're excited. We're excited because the combination is called the V League. V stands for virtual.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we're tying it all together.
Yeah.
And, with the content and putting it out there. And so, I'm excited about the whole podcast.
How many teams altogether in the league?
Right now, we had probably 31 at one point.
Wow.
Then I shifted it all the way down because it was teams that just didn't meet the mark. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so it becomes more of a liability versus being an asset to the league.
I'd rather have 13 good teams than 31 so-so teams. It almost reminds me of the horse racing industry.
Yeah.
People get all
you were
horses.
big on the horse racing.
Yeah.
Well.
People get a whole bunch of horses and only 2
are actually good enough. Everybody else,
and then they try to pay for the bond or so lose them. And so now it's like get 2 good horses and then make money and it becomes an income instead of it washing stuff off. So Virtualverse is going to be covering horse racing. It's going to be covering basketball, right? Okay. It's just going to take it to a whole nother level.
Let me just say that Virtualverse is going in the very near future to have its own channel on smart TV. I can promise you that. I can promise you that. Yeah. And I know for a fact because we're developing that right now as we speak.
Heard it.
Mi casa, tu casa, my friend.
Take it back now.
Yeah, no, you already know.
Matchmaking on here.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. We got a dating side of our business. So I'm gonna put a profile on a little bit. Read right here. See right here. Here's her Virtualverse profile right here.
Don't say stuff like me.
I'm gonna be nice.
I'm gonna be nice. So
I'll be nice. I don't want to embarrass her. Shout out to Tanya.
So here's the deal: social media is going to be changing in the near future, right?
Yeah.
It's now going to be not unacceptable for me to post and not get paid, for me to watch movies and not get paid, and to be there and exist in there and not get paid. People should be able to pay their general bills from social media, even if you're not an influencer. It should not just be an influence, because advertisers want to know, well, who's on your site? How long are they staying? What are they looking at? And then from that, they go and then advertise, right? And use the algorithms. And so it's value. If they're bringing value to a site, why shouldn't the end user get value? And that's 100%. What we said, making sure we're doing what we need to do.
100%. The V League, by the way, man, you just took my mind to a whole different sides. So I can't wait until, this is work technically, but it's really fun, right? So I can't wait until we, give me until Wednesday and I have a blueprint of how we're going to get to smart TVs.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. 100%. Especially, sister from another mister she's a visionary. She's a genius. And I can't wait what, she's going to upgrade every single area of all things that we do. Wow. Marketing, deliverables, content creation, which, we warmed up now. It's ready to, Kobe Bryant says it best. He says, we don't get paid to participate. That's what the fans do.
Wow.
We get paid to deliver and win championships.
Wow.
So you're not going to win a championship every year, but you're expected to have a winning season, right? Like make it to the playoffs, and have the very, very best, empty the tank. Wow. And I think we're set for that. The V League is, I'm excited because we get to have a little bit of fun as well and watch some game. I used to.
Oh no!
Wait, you can't take this part. You can't take this part out of the interview. I used to be good. I used to be really good. Mom, tell him.
Oh my God! Here we go again.
I'll give you the resume for my basketball career, right? And because I came to the States and they put me in sophomore year in 2002. So sophomore year, I broke my right pinky on the very first day of basketball. So if you can imagine, I didn't play that year.
Yeah.
Then comes junior year. I broke this pinky.
Wow.
At the very first week of basketball season. I was the cameraman because I still had my right hand. I filmed the whole season for them. Wow. And then senior year, I went to try out without permission. And I was with college players in Brookdale Community College. At the time, my wife thought that I was painting for my mom. I lied because I didn't want her to know that I wasn't actually where I was supposed to be.
Wow.
That's a fact. Then I dunked the ball. My boy threw me an ollie and I caught it.
Oh, he caught it.
But somebody was running behind me and tipped my feet together. And then I went upside down, my hand first, my whole body landed on it. It was like a noodle. And that was also in the first week of basketball season, my senior year.
I'm glad we made it past the first week. Lord have mercy.
So
you can't keep it up.
I was good in street ball because I always played after the season was done, and I murdered.
Wow.
But I never, it's just like God's like, nope. But I love the game. I'm excited to see these players. God willing, we can catch a lot of B-roll. We can give them a lot of love and highlight reels on, Virtual, and just give them the visibility that they desire and deserve. And hopefully, these players can also monetize the platform. So I'm looking forward to educating.
Wow. No, we're going to have some fun, and eventually we'll get into the NFTs.
Let's go.
We'll get in the metaverse.
Be careful what you're saying, because that's all me right now. Like,
metaverse.
That's all me.
In the sky.
Let's go virtual real estate.
So we're going to get into...
The boys get pictures. This is what I do, bro.
Yeah. So we're going to get all into it.
This guy.
We're here fired up again about, Virtual Verse, also the V-League. We're going to crown a champion this weekend.
Let's go.
Congratulations to Savannah Hurricanes, Virginia, Neptunes, also the DMV Warriors and the Beltway Bombers. They will be competing. They're probably getting ready and getting juiced up and listening to their music, getting ready. And, man, we also celebrating Baltimore City College was a high school who won the state championship.
Let's
so we're
go.
going to be awarding a check today to one of the players, and we're giving three players a chance for a half-court shot for $1,000.
Wow.
So it's going down.
That's
today.
Awesome. And you're giving one lucky fan a chance to find her man of her dreams.
We got her. We got it. I got you. We got it. So
make sure you do the sound effect on this.
Any last minute words? Talk to me.
Oh, look, man! Shout out to the Virtual Hub community from listeners. Shout out to Virtualverse founding members. You know, you're my peeps. I work directly with the founding members. If you don't know what that is, just make sure you reach out to one of the members of Virtualverse and say, "Hey, what is this founding member thing is," or join us in one of the sessions that we do. I've done about $2 billion of sales in the last 2 decades, and built companies, taken them public. And I love building and cultivating individuals and communities. And I'm not saying this to brag or to impress you, but just use me. I was given a specific talent, and I'm dedicating it specifically to our founding members, because you are the people who believed enough and said, hey, I'm going to go all in with you. I'm going to go to Mexico with you. I'm going to travel the world with you. I'm going to create content and fill and fuel this community. And because of that, man, you got me. And again, you know, my man right in here takes care of you along the way. So I'm super excited and grateful for each and every one of you for giving me the opportunity to be here. And whatever language that you speak, I got you. Let's go. Virtualverse in the building. Excited to be here.
Wow, man. There we have it. Another edition of Virtual Hub, my friend. Listen, we're going to do some amazing things. I want you to be that thermostat, not a thermometer. Thermometers just go with the temperature of the room. Thermostat set the tone and the temperature. I tell folks all the time, how you do anything is how you do everything. So I want you to be focused. I want you to be fired up. And on life, when you walk in tall, people should be like, who is that?
Yeah.
And guys, if you're not a part of the Virtualverse community, again, VIRTUOVERSE, go to Apple, go to Google, go to your website, go anywhere and go download that app, be a part of our community, and start posting and adding your value so people can get paid. If you don't post, people can't get paid. I love you. I see you at the bank, because we're making deposits. Another edition of the Virtual Hub. Thanks, everybody.
The 5 reasons that you should join the virtual kids and for kids. The first number 1, you would get kid-free apps and all for kids. Nothing like TikTok, none of that, none of those stuff. Reason number 2, there's also like a kid thing that like a thing where kids can go onto kid-friendly apps and like YouTube and that stuff for like for virtual kids. Number 3, this is a reason I always love. It always has fun games that I can use and I can play. It is so fun. Sometimes I actually like love it. It's like my favorite thing to do. And number 4, I also like that I can contact my friends, family, anybody I would like, but people that could be close to me. Number 5, also I can I don't know how to explain it, but you can go do it from any device. All you have to do is search up virtual kids, and then you'll go to the kids section, and then boom, all the kid games, kid apps, and some are educational, some are just for fun. Those are my 5 reasons you should use virtual kids.
Man, I'm here with London Vaughn. Hey, London, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
London, how old are you now?
I'm 15.
15. She got the giggles today. Now, you on social media, right?
Yes.
What are some of the pressures of social media for teenagers these days?
What do you mean pressures?
Like, what are pressures? What are some of the pressures? I mean, to be liked and posting pictures. I mean, what are some?
Yeah, posting pictures and like posting content that people are going to like.
Okay. Now, when you post something and you get any likes, what's going through your mind?
That I'm famous.
If nobody hits like on it, that you're famous?
Well, if nobody hits likes, then it's like it's not interesting enough.
Okay.
And you need to change something. But if people are liking it, that means it's entertaining.
Now, it's certain platforms that you can not know someone, right? And you see them and y'all just start dancing and doing a dance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is that all about?
It's just like when you meet people that have like the same interests in dances as you just vibe with them. Okay.
Now, you heard we coming out with the platform Virtual Kids. What are some of the things that we need to pay attention and add in Virtual Kids to make it successful?
Maybe adding like certain like hooks that are gonna grab people's attention and certain like features to the platform.
Give me one feature.
Maybe having like a game or something that you can put in that kids can play whenever they're like watching videos.
Awesome. Well, there you have it. We have London Vaughn here on another edition of the Virtual Hub talking about virtual kids. Thank you.
Bye.
What's something people don't know about the next-gen streaming platform? Imagine a world where streaming isn't just about broadcasting your content, but about creating an entire universe for your audience to explore. Virtuoverse is here to revolutionize content creation. Traditional streaming is outdated. With Virtuoverse, you can step into a new dimension of interaction and creativity. Host events, create content, and engage your audience in a whole new way. Virtuoverse brings next-level virtual experiences where you're not just a creator, you're an innovator. Create your own virtual stage with stunning visuals and real-time engagement. Stream, monetize, and grow, all in one powerful platform. Whether you're an artist, an entrepreneur, or a game changer, Virtuoverse is your stage. Imagine having the tools to not only share your passion, but also to turn it into a thriving business. With Virtuoverse, you can track your growth, engage with your audience in real time, and celebrate your milestones like never before. Ready to level up? Join the revolution in content creation and entertainment. Open a free account today and start your journey towards becoming a virtual pioneer. The future of streaming is here, and it's called Virtuoverse. Don't just stream, create, innovate, and captivate your audience like never before. Join Virtuoverse today and redefine what it means to be a content creator. Virtuoverse integrates seamlessly with your favorite social media platforms, making it easier than ever to share your content and grow your audience. Engage with your followers, receive instant feedback, and build a community around your passion. And here's the game changer. Virtuoverse pays you for watching, adding, and commenting on other people's content. Turn your engagement into earnings and make every interaction count. Virtuoverse is not just a platform, it's a thriving ecosystem where everyone benefits. Join Virtuoverse today and be part of the future of streaming. Create, share, and earn like never before. Virtuoverse, where your creativity meets endless possibilities. Sign up at Virtuoverse for free today.